So I'm going to be reviewing 10 must-have tools and services to make sure that you are set up for success. Massive growth in 2023. And if you are showing up live on this call, you'll even have a chance on the end if you want to do some one-on-one consulting in asking me some specific questions about some of these tools and services that I'm sharing with you today. All right, so let's jump right in. I'm not going to go into too much detail today. I'm really just kind of giving you a hit list. And if you want to explore further some of these tools and services, then at the end, I'm going to include a link to schedule a one-on-one consultation and touch point call with me so I could help strategize and plan with you and point you in the right direction for 2023. Because some of these things you already have access to. It will cost you no additional money. You just got to use the tool. You got to do a little bit of planning and implementing. Some of these things you will need to, potentially invest and purchase. And some of these things are things that you can do yourself. So a little bit of everything today, but I promise you will help move the needle, move the ball forward, get you more patients, and generate you more revenue. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to share with you is a KPI tracker for your team, for your providers, for your estheticians, even for your front desk and office managers. Your team members should have benchmarks and KPIs that they are responsible for hitting. That is what's going to help you to hit your revenue goals and targets. That's going to help once you set those overall goals and targets for you to work backwards and provide specific instructions and accountability to team members of what they need to do to help you reach that overall team and company goal. And for some of you, you have access within your EMR and your financial tracking to be able to set these benchmarks and pull these reports. It may require you to upgrade your subscription, or you may not have it. Now, if you don't have access to it, or you don't know how to set it up with your current EMR system, this is something that we can provide and help you with through Diamond Accelerator. Now, not only is this going to help you actually achieve your revenue goals and target, but this is also an absolute necessity in order for you to really build a compensation plan for your providers that's going to be a win-win for both the med spa and the providers to keep them to stay long-term, to keep them motivated to not just do the bare minimum. So you absolutely need a KPI tracker system within your business. The next thing that I want to talk about is your online scheduling. Now, I'm talking about not only your dashboard, but scheduling through your website as well. We see so many of our clients lose hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month if leads and appointment requests are not properly responded to in a timely manner. So if you are one of those med spas that you have a hard time keeping up in your dashboard, keeping up with responding and overcoming objections in your dashboard or through your website, then let's talk about our done for you scheduling services that provide 6 days a week, 12 hours a day coverage, responding within minutes versus hours or sometimes days or never, which we are seeing sometimes with our clients in the dashboard and through your website. So you need to have a scheduling system that you can count on that is reliable so that you're not wasting your advertising dollars. Okay, the next one is consistent with frequency, organic social media content posting, right? And all of the channels that's going to make your paid advertising work that much better. Now, there's many different platforms that you could potentially be on, but I want to make sure that you're doing a great job on Facebook, Instagram, and Google My Business. Those are the three big players. Of course, I love TikTok. Of course, I love YouTube, Pinterest, right? We can keep going on and LinkedIn, but really, I want to make sure that you are consistently with a good frequency posting organically on your social media channels. And if you haven't really felt the needle move, let's schedule a call and do an audit to see what's happening, because we want to see not only growth in your number of followers and engagement, but we want that to turn into actual new patients and revenue. And at the end of the day, organic social media is a tool. And when you use it properly, it can do amazing things for your med spa. But there are tips and tricks and best strategies. So we would love to do an audit for you if you don't really feel good about what your organic social media is doing for you right now. The next is, let's take a look at your website. Of course, you have a website, right? But is your website generating you new patients in revenue? Do you have a website chat widget on your website that is helping you to generate leads? Do you have e-commerce set up so that people can purchase gift cards without having to come in? Do you have e-commerce set up so that people can purchase your special of the month without having to come in? So think about when we send your text out with your special of the month to leads and your current patient, we'll oftentimes think about your own shopping patterns, right? You're getting it late at night, or you're looking at it late at night, early morning, I'm thinking about it, right? But I just don't have time right now to call. I don't have time right now to go in and purchase that. So that's why if you make it super easy with a click of the button, boom, bang, purchase, done, right? I don't have to think about it. It's an instant purchase. I promise you it is going to pay you dividends. And then the last thing, of course, is you have Google Analytics set up, and are you actually reviewing that data to get you more new patients? Are you seeing where you need to improve on your website, on the education, on the social proof, on capturing their information, and reviewing those statistics, okay? Then from that is, let's look at what is your customized follow-up system process in off of your website and off of your dashboard. Because of course we have the standard messaging of, can I answer any questions? Would you like to schedule a consultation? But I want you to really think about how can you build authority, trust, a relationship, and move them up the ascension model of your patient journey, right? Do we need to re-engage them to use their membership? Have they completed a high ticket service or a package, and we need to get them back in? Has it been 3 months since their last Botox patient? And let's create content and follow-up that isn't just like, hey, can I get you scheduled? Hey, do you have any questions, right? That's the bare minimum basics. And that's better than nothing, guys. But if you've been with us for a while, let's up our game. Let's continue to get a little bit better every single month. So let's take a look at your customized follow-up messaging. And that can be not only for your dashboard, but for your website as well. Now, I'm a big believer in all forms of marketing work, but you have to use it correctly. You can't dilute it too much. You have to be frequent. You have to have good frequency and consistency with it. And so you don't want to spread yourself too thin with your marketing dollars. If you have squeezed all the juice out of your current ad spend on Facebook and Instagram, I would encourage you to now look at SEO as well to rank organically. This is a longer term investment that requires commitment and consistency of adding new content, right? And the right type of content that is going to generate you the type of patients that you really want in the door, that you really want to work with. Now, be careful when you are considering organic social media SEO, because there is a lot of companies out there that will, for $250, $300, $500, that they're promising you the world. But when you have companies out there that are not industry specific, you are going to get a cookie cutter product and result that is not going to move the needle, that I would rather you just save your money or invest it in a different marketing platform if you're not going to do it right. So you want to make sure that, of course, that not only do they understand the proper mechanics of how to successfully implement SEO content, but that they are a med spa industry expert and they know what the heck that they are talking about. And they know enough about the industry that they know what services are going to really drive the type of patients that you want to look for. It's like my pet peeve when I have a med spa come to me and we really investigate what their current SEO strategy is. And the SEO company that they're working with is choosing keywords that are easy for them to rank for. And I ask them, like, is that part of your growth strategy, this specific service? Do you really think this specific service is going to bring you the type of patient that you are looking for, that you want to work with long-term, that's going to generate, them to use all your tools in your tool belt and your membership and all the things, right? And they're like, no, it isn't. And I was like, well, did you tell them that? They're like, no, we didn't even talk about it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, right? So you want to make sure that you are working with an SEO company that not only understands the proper mechanics and implementation and strategy of SEO, but understands the med spa industry. All right, the next tool is you better have an aesthetic interest questionnaire. This is the first piece of the puzzle to really deliver a 5-star consultation process. Because otherwise, as a provider, you see, oh, they're on my schedule for Botox. Great, they come in, I give you your Botox and your lead, right? Whether they're new or an existing patient, you might not have the full time to go through all the questions to be able to learn that they actually are a candidate for other treatments that you have to offer. So that aesthetic interest questionnaire focuses on the pain points and challenges and interests that they have to guide that first part of your conversation with them to uncover what their pain points and challenges are so that you can present them a comprehensive treatment package or treatment plan. Because remember, it is your professional obligation to recommend a treatment plan that's going to get the result that your patient is looking for, not what you think they can afford, not what they tell you, like, oh, I'm here for Botox, and that's it. Just give me my 20 units and don't talk to me about anything else, right? So we want to make sure that we are providing our team with the tools that they need to make sure that they're starting off their consultation on the right foot. The next one is a new, I should have had this out. Let me see, I have it right. No, I don't have it. Sorry. The new patient folder. Guys, you want to be an upscale med spa. You want to show how you're different. You want to really provide a high class experience for your patients. We'll have a new patient folder or a welcome folder, right? That is really beautiful, has your branding on it, has your service menu, has your financing options, has like kind of a roster and what makes your providers different and special, and then has the treatment forms that can be filled out when their comprehensive treatment package is built, and then a place to add, whether it's a comeback gift or a first patient gift, a card, brochures from the manufacturers on the high ticket treatments that you're recommending. This makes you look really sharp, different, really providing that first class experience. So make sure that you invest and don't do it cheaply, right? In a new patient folder. And this is going to make your team really slow down and do a great job with those new patients, right? Not turning and burning through them. Okay, so the next thing is, when is the last time that you have done a branding photo shoot in your med spa with your providers? And we have a shot list that we would love to share with you that you can give to any photographer to use to guide them of exactly what you are looking for. What I love about doing a branding photo shoot is that you can use it in so many different places. You can obviously use it on your website, on your organic social media. You could use it in your office. You could update brochures and flyers. It's really powerful. And again, it separates you and starts to build a relationship with your patients and your potential leads, because everybody offers all the same services and treatments, right? And so this is just another way to help begin to differentiate you, get away from all those stock images, right? And there's a time and a place for shooting content with your cell phone. I'm a big believer and fan of that, but you also should at least once a year. Now, if it's me, I'm doing this 3 times. My goal is to do it 4 times a year, but life gets busy sometimes. So it's more, so for me, it's been about 3 times a year, but I'm a huge believer in branding photo shoots. And so I think that you should be doing this regularly as well. And it makes really high quality content. All right. And the last thing, this is a no-brainer, guys, but you have to have a written plan. I don't care if it's an Excel spreadsheet, in a Google Doc, in a good old notebook. It doesn't matter to me, but you need to write it down and you need to share it with your team so that there's accountability in place. If you took my training last week, there's lots of principles in here there that you can apply into this planning session. So those are the top 10 must-have tools and services so that you can experience massive growth in 2023. And I'm going to link up my calendar link for you to schedule a touch point call if you would like to have a one-on-one conversation and share with me of these 10 tools. What is it that which of these are you doing? And I'm gonna kind of go a little bit deeper and ask some follow-up questions to make sure that not only you're doing it, but you're doing it in a way that is generating a result for you. So for example, sometimes I'll have clients say, oh yeah, we're doing organic social media. But then when I look at it, they're not posting with consistency or frequency. They're not posting the right type of content. They're not engaging with their audience. They're not strategically boosting the right posts that we want to make sure that there are eyeballs on. They're not, at the end of the day, really converting that audience into patients or revenue in the door. So I would ask some follow-up questions on that one with really all of them. Because again, all of these things that I mentioned today, they're all tools, right? And you can't just check the box like, oh yeah, I did that, I done that. I plan on doing that. Not only do you have to do it, but you want to make sure that you're doing it to generate the result that you are looking for. So Juliana, go ahead and drop my my link in the chat right now for those of you that are here with us live. And I really do want to talk to you. And like some of these things, guys, you have access to, you just need to use it. There will be no additional cost. Some of these things, I would refer you out of house. Some of these things are additional services that Diamond Accelerator can provide for you. And some of these things you're already paying for, you're just not using it. So that's why I wanted you to squeeze all the juice out of the opportunities with the leads that are coming in. I want you to get more leads. I want you to get even better results in 2023. So take this list. Think about it, marinate in it, and please schedule a touch point call with me and we'll do an audit. I'll ask you some follow-up questions so that you can hit the ground running in 2023. So I'm going to open up the floor for any questions right now, but thanks so much for joining me live. And make sure that you take advantage of that free touch point call where we can do a review and audit of how you are using the tools that you have access to, and plan on if there are additional tools that you want to add in the new year and what that could potentially look like. Holly, Angela, any questions that you want to go over before we wrap up?
Yeah, how do I schedule that call with you? How do I do that?
Juliana put my link in the chat.
Oh, I see it. There it is.
See it in the chat.
Okay. Tell her thank you. I'll do that now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are all good, all great things. I mean, is that something you guys could do for me? Like help me with the folder and the questionnaire?
I 100% can help you with the questionnaire. That's an easy one. With the folder, I can guide you on what that looks like. We don't actually print those for you, but we can guide you on, where to get that done. Like if you don't have a local printer that you have a relationship with, then you could do it through Vistaprint or Moo. Or Staples, so that you'd have to do like a little bit of homework, but it's totally worth it. And what I would advise you on is like how to put the pieces of the puzzle together in that brochure, and then more importantly, the training your team in the implementation of using the welcome folder.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Awesome.
That's great. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Holly. Thanks, Angela. You guys have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you guys next week.